Ito ang Broad Streamcast Communicators, ang naiiba at kakaibang plataforma sa digital broadcast. Mula Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao hanggang sa iba't ibang dako ng mundo. Broad Streamcast Communicators, ang sandigan ng sambayanan mula sa walang labis at walang kulang na pagbabalita, paglilingkod, maglalahad ng mga mapagbuong komentaryo at usaping pambayan para sa kapakanan ng karamihan. Broad Streamcast Communicators, tuwirang maglilingkod ngayon hanggang sa susunod na henerasyon. Buhay Online, chikahan at kalamang pangkabuhayan. Ating tunghayan, pakinggan at tuklasin ang mga pangyayari at kaganapan sa mundo ng online. Buhay Online, chikahan at kaalamang pangkabuhayan. Alamin ang pinaka-latest trends mula sa trabaho at kung hanggang saan na ang narating ng teknolohiyang ito. At ngayon, narito na ang ating host, ang ating TechieMommy, si J.C. Bautista.
Hi, good morning! Happy Wednesday, everyone! Talagang sira yung aking OBS thing. Ay, hindi ko makita sa laptop ko yung monitor ko. So, I'm just looking at my cell phone. Good morning! Happy Wednesday! And for those who are joining me today, welcome sa show. Welcome sa ating Buhay Online. At ating Buhay Araw-Araw ay online. And those who are watching, welcome to the show. I can't see your names. Whoever you are, maraming salamat for joining me this morning on a Wednesday. Okay, there you go. Hi, Wilma Radan. Good morning. Good morning, Wilma. Where are you broadcasting from? I mean, where are you? Nasaan ka, Wilma? Metro Manila, another country. But anyway, and the others, welcome to the show. Happy Wednesday. Of course, dito naman tayo para pag-usapan ng mga bagay-bagay regarding technology and the internet, and of course the latest news and the latest trends that are happening, especially of course yung mga breakthroughs sa technology pinapag-usapan natin, lalong-lalo na yung mga nakaka-affect ng ating country or ating mga buhay, right? You're broadcasting from Taytay. Hello Wilma, good morning to you. Salamat sa iyong pagsama sa atin ngayong umaga. So Wilma, are you working from home? Are you a student? Are you a housewife? Are you working from home? Nasaan ka ngayong Wednesday ng umaga? Anyway, so maraming salamat at nasamahan nyo kami. No, you're not working from home? Kasi yung sagot niya pa unti-unti. But anyways, welcome to the show, okay? So, welcome sa lahat, kung saan man kayo naroroon at kung anong ginagawa nyo. Salamat at bibigyan nyo ng panahon to ating programa, okay? Direct selling. Oh, you just woke up. Very good. See? Ayan pa ang isang nagproliferate ang nowadays, okay? Ang reselling, online selling, e-commerce, okay? Ay talagang, ayan ngayon ang isang way ng pangkabuhayan ng mga natin ngayon dito sa Pilipinas, not only in the Philippines but all over the world. Reselling is good if you don't want to belong to a platform like Lazada or Shopee. Uso rin naman ang direct selling or at reselling online, right? Kaya nga it's important, like paulit-ulit nating sinasabi, para sa negosyo, online selling, you have to have presence online, right? In that connection, no, kasi yung mga nagtatanong tungkol sa pangkabuhayan stuff, okay? We can talk about technology trends to keep the Filipino businesses alive. Itong panahon na to, alright? Kasi somebody emailed me and texted me also to ask about ano raw yung trends sa negosyo that will keep Filipino businesses alive in 2021, alright? Well, pwede natin pag-usapan yun, no? We already talked about that in passing through several episodes, okay? pwede naman nating balikan ulit or daanan lang in passing ko ano yun, okay? With the wave of technologies kasi rising in this past few years, recent years, okay? Even as the Filipino economy slowly and surely keeps resuming and then of course locking down, resuming, the easing down of public health regulations and distancing protocols, most Filipino businesses are still suffering and feeling the pain brought about by this pandemic, di ba? Kasi nga yun, yung pag-iba-iba ng ating status ng ating protocols, safety protocols or restrictions from ECQ to MECQ na ngayon ang Metro Manila tsaka Laguna or Calabarzon yata. Pero kami nga dito sa Pampanga, we have been hindi ko naman sabing enjoying, but we have been living in moderated GCQ for more than a year now. Kaya ang mga negosyo dito sa Pampanga ay patuloy pa rin. Although big pa rin ang negosyo ng delivery because nga, especially ngayon na parang tumitindi yung spread ng virus, mas mabilis. So people are still resorting to ordering food. Pero yun na nga, ayun na nga isang ano diyan, caveat emptor or pagka be careful rin when we receive deliveries, whether it's food or an object or a commodity, anything, i-ano rin, no, sprayan nyo rin yung packaging and all that, at saka yung kamay nyo. Kasi nga, recently, no, my sister told me, yung friend niya, family to, hindi lumalabas, they just order everything. And doon na nga na-trace doon sa delivery, doon siguro nakuha yung virus kasi hindi sila lumalabas. Lahat in-order nila, pati mga groceries, pati pagpalengke. So, we just have to be extra careful pa rin sa mga tinatanggap nating deliveries, okay? Okay, some time ago last year, okay, the World Bank conducted a recent survey of 74,031 firms across the industries, okay? Only 5% of those businesses reopened like last year, okay? 40% began partial operations. Pero ngayon nga, di ba? I was just talking to a student of mine from Taiwan. Ang Taiwan, of course, we all know, has been one of the successful countries dealing with the COVID-19. Like for more than a year last year, they were enjoying a sort of course, normal life. Pero kahit na nga halos zero ang infection sa Taiwan, nakamaskara pa rin sila, naguhugas pa rin sila ng kamay, and that's how they've lived. Pero bukas lahat ng negosyo, alright? Bukas lahat ng negosyo. Pero because of the paglabas nitong variant na Delta, last month, Taiwan locked down the country again for 2 weeks or so, or 2.5 weeks. Tapos, yun, sinara nila yung eskwela, sinara lahat, kasi ganun talaga how to go about it. So, yung 2 weeks na yun na pagtigil ng economy nila, mababawi mo man naman yun pag reopen mo ng economy, kasi nga, yun, yung infections nila halos zero ulit. So now, they're back in operation, not everything, but then I was talking to my Taiwanese students who said that they're allowed to dine in the restaurants, but those restaurants that are small lang in capacity na hindi pwedeng mapuno, take out lang allowed. Pero but the restaurants, you can dine in, but it's 40% capacity lang. And yung mga sinehan bukas din sa Taiwan, pero yun din, 40% capacity lang. But they live life normally. But they still wear masks. Okay? Ano yun, Wilma? Marco Maro Remulla. Who is that? Are you greeting him? Sabi ni Wilma Radan, Marco Maro Remulla. Sino siya, Wilma? But anyway, whoever, okay, pa-shout out mo yan or anything, binabati ni Wilma si Marco Maro Remulla. Alright? So, going back to that, okay, recovering from the recent economic disruption is the biggest challenge any business can face, diba? After the pandemic. Actually, hindi ba after because we are still living in this pandemic. Yung global health crisis sped up companies' digital adoption. Totoo naman na maraming nag-migrate from brick and mortar yung in-store na pagnenegosyo, whether it's food or whether it's mga gamit or whether it's appliances or yung sa mall, may mga nagsarado na negosyo kasi nga ginawa na nilang online ang pagbebenta nila, right? Yung mga warehousing, tsaka yung dropshipping na uso rin, na yung order ka tapos sila yung middleman sa pag-distribute ng mga binibili nyo. All those negosyo came about in this pandemic. Searching for the right technologies in the new normal isn't a walk in the park. Okay, it's not easy. The good thing is is to know which technology will help you in your business. Okay, ito yung mga technology trends na nakatulong sa pag-push ng pagsusurvive sa negosyo na to. Okay. Number one na dito is yung data-centric solutions. Okay? Data-centric solutions. Data, or the ability to harness, is the key factor na mag-differentiate between a business organization that is there para sa long haul and one that is only going to survive temporarily. Okay? So, ang importante dyan, pagkatama mong ginawa, a data-driven approach will not only help your business make better decisions, but can also help you solve the problems, manage your performance, improve mga proseso, and understand your customers. Okay? Ito, let me tell you some ways kung paano itong data-centric solutions will help sa negosyo nyo. Okay? Ayan, Wilma, itong sa retail, okay? Paano nakakatulong yung data-driven solutions? Sa retail, the ability to analyze data and find solutions, okay, plays a very big role in the retail industry, okay? Retail organizations leverage multiple data points such as point of sale, yan yung POS transaction, POS sale, transaction level data, customer demographics, okay, social media metrics, yung store size, and competitive intelligence, okay? Therefore, yung pag-analyze niyo ng consumer behavior and trends nung before will be the name of the game in this new normal, okay? Proactive retailers will know their customers' purchasing behavior kasi by now na test mo na or na-analyze mo na yung purchasing behavior ng mga customer mo. So, in so doing, alam mo na kung saan ka mag-i-improve, no? You will improve your efficiencies and cut down costs of supply chains and more, diba? So, dun sa retail business, nakakatulong ang data-driven solutions. Saan pa? Sa healthcare, okay? Nakatulong talaga ng mabuti sa healthcare. On the other hand, yung mga healthcare organizations were forced to adapt to digital efforts out of necessity and in a short time. Wow, ganun din sa education. Mamaya, ilang beses natin na pag-usapan yung education because that is the biggest hit also na industry, right? Itong pandemya. Itong adoption sa pagdidigital ng healthcare aspect became more evident sa ating bansa as new compliant requirements subtly push the Philippine hospitals to use EMRs. Okay, this includes reporting statistics to measure the quality of healthcare performance tsaka yung national health profile. Okay, noong 2016, DOH Administrator Order stated that one of the main challenges of today's health system ay yung access to real-time quality health information for informed decision-making. And because nag-digitalize na tayo, nag-computerize, mas nabilisan na. Tsaka kasi nga, nangyari yung kailangan yung contact tracing, right, and all those things. So, forced to good yung healthcare industry, forced to adapt to digitalization, okay? Okay, this has posed a major dilemma before, especially nung national government needed to analyze health service data coming from various systems at the health facilities, okay? So last year, guided by the Philippine e-health strategic plan for universal health care, one of the jointly identified major strategies by the Department of Health, Philippine Health Insurance, yung PhilHealth, saka yung DOST, is through the implementation of the NEHEMRSV, upon which yung implementation na yon improve the data capture, yung processing, yung aggregation, and exchange of reporting national health data requirements. Okay, doon na nakuha yung mga analytics na yan para malaman at i-trace kung sino infected, kung saan nanggagaling, kung sino yung mga na-infect, and it standardized submission protocols among implementing health facilities. Okay, starting with the PhilHealth, excuse me, yung e-claim submission noong 2018 as compliance to the electronic medical record. Yan yung EMR, Electronic Medical Record Implementation. Yung renewal ng mga hospitals license to operate noong 2020 or last year has a new requirement. EMR system or electronic medical record nga and providers should be duly validated by the Centers for Health Development or CHD within sa mga kanilang mga region, okay? All right? One requirement for renewing licenses is providing correct clinical data to support claims reimbursements sa mga PhilHealth and all those things. The outcome is multifold as this forces Philippine healthcare to shift from paper to electronic. Ayan, di ba? Nangyari yan, nabilisan. Para yung mga pag-process ng mga PhilHealth, kasi nga ang daming na-hospital sa pandemya, mas mabilis na. It also promoted increased use of data in providing care and upgrade to systems to make better use of IT. Okay? Implementing these technology trends will reduce manual errors. Okay? It managed care complexities, tsaka it promoted evidence-based medicine. Okay? Sa pag-automate natin ng mga records, okay, mas na-facilitate yung mga claims. Okay? So, yan, sinabi natin saan naapektuhan ng technologies was, of course, retail, ito sa healthcare, and of course, in a big way, banking and finance, di ba? Yan ang malaking naapektuhan, banking and finance. Yung mga data-driven solutions also benefited banks tsaka financial institutions. Hindi natin yan makakaila. Lalong-lalo na, di ba? Yung social distancing nga, ayaw natin, nung nag-lockdown, pag ECQ, di ka pwedeng lumabas din talaga. Yung banking mo, online na. Okay? Especially in this challenging situation na. Para ma-stabilize yung economy, okay? Pinagbuti or pinagginalingan yung e-commerce at saka e-banking, okay? So it helps stabilize the economy, okay, in this health crisis, okay? PwC Philippines stated that banks developed a dynamic credit or decisioning framework and credit scores, consolidating the pandemic's potential impact. Banks can entrust professional organizations with robust industry experience that are skilled with data analytics. Okay? Furthermore, yung mga banko, niredesign nila yung kanilang loan terms or products for existing borrowers using a targeted approach. Diba? Tsaka nga, nagbigay ng mga considerations sa mga pagbabayad ng loan, sa kung paano ka ma-approve sa loan, at yun na nga, yung mga pagbili ng mga sasakyan, naging mas madali, halos zero down payment, pero yung pagpa-process ng loans na-facilitate dahil nga dito sa technology, okay? Banks can entrust professional organizations with yung mga kanilang data analytics, okay? These data-driven initiatives help banks keep high-quality loans and retained and attracted clients that will trust them, all right? So yan sa banking industry, yan ang trend sa Pilipinas kung paano naapektuhan, right? Paano nagiging, I'm talking about technology trends that keep the Filipino businesses alive, okay? All right? So saan pang aspect ng ating buhay? Ay sa government, okay? As the number of infections keep rising exponentially, many countries struggled in managing data to limit the spread of the virus. But the case isn't the same for countries that have already invested in data-driven technology trends in anticipation of an event that endangers public health. Singapore, South Korea, and Taiwan, again, I'm mentioning, stood out with their impressive utilization of big data to combat the contagion. Kasi nga, nag-contact tracing sila, everything, mass testing, all right? Na hindi naman ginagawa ng ibang countries. In an article to share that Taiwan created a unified big data platform that collects data from two sources. In addition, these are the Immigration and Customs Database and the National Insurance Database. Ang, di ba? Ang galing. So, ano nila yung mga foreigners na pumapasok sa country at natitrace kung saan nang galing. Hi, Jake. Good morning, Jake. Welcome to the show, Jake. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. Based on clinical visits, travel history, and symptom patterns, they successfully identified the cases. Yun naman kasi importante, di ba? Sa contact tracing at sa para malaman kung saan nanggaling yung virus na dati wala naman, kunyari yung Delta variant na bago, saan nanggaling. May class ka today. Okay, Jay, kakatapos mo lang ng class, ng online class. Very good, salamat. Thank you for joining. Okay, yung clinical visits na yan, travel history and symptom patterns, okay, they successfully identify the cases. This helped them provide real-time alerts to possible infected persons. So, yan ang ano ng government, right? Kasi nga, so nakakatulong talaga yan na malaman natin kaagad kung sino yung mga nanggaling kung saan. Alright? So, saan pa? Ano pang trending technologies dito sa Pilipinas is the Internet of Things or yung IoT. Okay? Kahit saan man tayo nandun ngayon, we're living in a web of interconnected devices, right? Talaga naman. Ngayon kasi nakasync ang ating cellphone sa ating laptop, sa ating desktop, sa ating iPad, and onto the cloud, each interacting with the other and exchanging digital data on a global scale. This is what you call the Internet of Things or IoT. Okay? IoT is everywhere. And though it isn't new, hindi na talaga bago, matagal-tagal na itong in existence, enterprises should continue to leverage their opportunities to increase business efficiency and productivity while reducing the costs. Okay? Investment in IoT expects to skyrocket itong mga susunod na taon, okay? Especially sa healthcare tsaka sa retail. Nangyayari na nga ngayon yan talaga. Of course, because alam ng lahat na by now, being online is the thing, and also digitizing is the thing. So they've invested, I think from the experience from last year, okay? The healthcare industry and the retail industry have invested in the Internet of Things. This year, we will see the more practical deployment of these technology trends. It will hover through its capacity to solve many obstacles brought by this pandemic to businesses and society. Okay? So, yan, okay? With regards to retail, okay? Retail will continue to shift, okay, this year onto the next year. Automation, di ba? With Internet of Things, IoT-enabled devices will allow customers to purchase products without ever needing to interact with a human. Nangyayari na nga ngayon yan. Yan na talaga. Yun na nga yung cashless transactions. Pag nag-order tayo ng pagkain, lahat naka-charge na. So pag dumating yung delivery, bayad na. Okay? It could either be paid through your credit card, through GCash, through lahat ng things na parang hindi mo na kailangan hawakan. Pero yun na nga, hahawakan mo pa rin yung dineliver na pagkain. So, kagaya na sinabi ko, i-disinfect nyo muna please, at least yung labas na supot, right? Kasi hindi natin talaga alam, nandyan talaga yung virus everywhere, which can settle on our clothes, kahit na nga yung motorista, nasa kanya, hindi niya alam, at yun na nga, papasok lang talaga yan sa atin pag tinanggal natin yung maskara natin para kumain, right? And don't bring it inside the house na, okay? I-disinfect nyo muna yung delivery nyo, okay? Okay, so automation with IoT-enabled devices will allow consumers to purchase products without ever needing a human contact, okay? That is to say, from entering the store tracked by RFID to fulfilling purchases via cashless payments. So, even yung shopping natin online, yun na nga yun, cashless payments na. Wala nang palitan ng pera, alright? Okay? For instance, okay, stores at saka mga restaurants nationwide adopted digital technology na. Di ba yung McDo nga, hindi ka na kailangan din, pwede na rin doon na yung mga, what do you call this? Swipe lang. Pero, more than anything, yung mga voice activated na pag-order, yan pa rin, okay? Kasi Pero yun na nga, pag pumunta ka pa rin sa loob, may contact ka pa rin. So, kaya delivery yung ginagawa ng mga ibang tao. Pero yung mga gusto mag-dine in, right, pwede na silang mag-cashless, transactions, okay? Stores and restaurants nationwide adopted digital technology trends to keep up with their customers' changing preferences. Okay, more and more establishments embraced food delivery apps. This enabled their customers to place their orders, tsaka track real-time delivery. Yun na nga, at the comfort of your home or cell phone. Ikaw, Jake, pumupunta ka pa, nakikita ko kasi palagi, diba, nag-ano ka, travel, but mag-ingat ha, because very, very, parang contagious ngayon tong bagong variant, Jake. So, order na lang online para kumain. Huwag mong masyadong lumabas-labas, okay? Para, kasi naman, I don't know dyan sa Nueva Ecija, kung ano bang ano nyo dyan, status. MGCQ ba kayo or GCQ? Because in some places, like in Metro Manila, right, and it's not allowed to eat inside the restaurant. Okay? Hindi pa rin allowed. Okay? So, I don't know din sa inyo. At saka dyan sa Taytay, ay, Manila pa nga yun. Ano kayo? MECQ. Right? So, sa healthcare industry, anong nakikita nating future as we continue? Ay, Tarlac pala, Jake. Malapit ka dito sa Pampanga. Oo nga. Sa Tarlac, ano dyan ng status? MGCQ, no? So, okay, talking about the healthcare industry, as we continue to have minimum physical interaction, smart connected devices will change how we access our medical care as well. Yun na nga, yung kinabi ko kahapon, telemedicine, right? Telemedicine, which is of course medical care, hindi ka na kailangan pumunta sa doctor's office para magkonsulta, online pwede, right? You're in Pangasinan right now. I see. Okay. Basta take care, okay? Be careful, please. Keep safe, Jake. Because ngayon talaga, pamilya yung na-infect. We just know of families na buong pamilya, pati mga bata, okay? COVID na. Alright? So please be careful, okay? So, this year, people spent most of their time staying at home, okay? Thus leaving medical conditions unattended. With the new Internet of Technology trends, doctors can monitor their patients' health at home, di ba? Using wearable sensors and other smart devices. Tsaka yun na nga, yung telemedicine, uso na. Pati yung consultations, yung mga doctor apps or nurse apps. Moreover, this will also minimize unnecessary contact in dealing with viral diseases. Ngayon nga tuloy, ang nangyayari pag feeling you feel bad and you don't feel well, wala, sa bahay ka na lang talaga magpapagaling kasi natatakot kang pumunta sa ospital dahil panay COVID, right? And also naman, and also, pag na-COVID ka, okay, this is of course I know for a fact because it happened to some people I'm related to or some people who are my friends. Okay, they tested positive for COVID. Of course, they were sent home because wala silang serious signs. Yung iba asymptomatic. Iba naman, fever. So, pag napauwi and you're asked to self-quarantine in your homes for 2 weeks, take a paracetamol, of course, and vitamin C, and drink hot things. Ito na naman ako sa pag-endorse ko ng Linhua at saka yung iba nag-ivermectin, nakakatulong talaga, okay? Kaya because two of my friends recovered from COVID-19 just taking paracetamol, vitamin C, and lots of water, and Linhua for 10 days, okay? Nawala yung, nung nag-test ulit, wala na yung COVID, alright? And pero patuloy pa rin siyang uminom ng Linhua, parang maintenance. Pero yun nga, yung ivermectin trials, clinical trials were supposed to happen in September. Di ko alam kung matutuloy, pero yung iba nag-ivermectin. Alright? So yun ang sa healthcare industry, okay? In the Philippines, with more than 100 million inhabitants, it is tough to provide enough medical care to all the citizens, okay? Especially sa mga rural areas, tsaka island communities. With the onset of this corona pandemic, doctors were open-minded and fast, which allowed for the smooth and speedy transition to telehealth or telemedicine a way of medicating, okay? Tsaka yung mga telehealth devices, tsaka yung mga apps na lumabas dyan para pwede kang magkaroon ng consultation online. Alright? So, and let's look at yung naman, future ng banking and finance ng technology. Since the onset of ECQ, the volume of ATM transactions in Luzon declined by 25% and the value by 30%. In the same report by the Bangko Sentral ng Filipinas or BSP, transactions using e-payment services such as InstaPay and PesoNet spike. Talaga naman yung InstaPay last year and the year before, nauso yan pero mas lalong lumakas yung gamit ng InstaPay, right? No, oo nga talaga. So, oo nga, I believe ATM transactions dwindled kasi nga online na lahat yung transactions. Kasi ang bilis-bilis I-ano mo lang from your bank account, ayun, bawas na, bayad na, right? Even evidently, ako nga, yung my electric bill namin and our electric bill and phone bill namin dito, nakadikit lahat sa e-banking. So, hindi na kami kailangan physically pumunta para magbayad, right? Evidently, customers are migrating online and relying more on their devices to manage their finances. Totoo naman, okay? Digitally na ang pagbabayad. Kasi, tsaka yan, pwede kang pumunta sa 7-Eleven para magbayad. Para hindi ka na magpunta sa loob ng bangko or pumunta ng PLDT o ng Meralco. Dito, ano ba? Sa Spelafco pala. Spelafco. San Fernando Electric Company. Ibang pangalan, right? Spelafco. Di na kailangan pumunta sa loob ng opisina, lahat virtual na lang, okay? This shift away from physical banking services because nga the situation called for it because of the pandemic, it presented opportunities for the financial sector to provide more flexible ways, diba, to perform yung kanilang money transactions. On December 2 last year, yung Bangko Sentral ng Filipinas issued Circular 1105 outlining the guidelines for financial institutions seeking to apply for a digital bank license, okay? This thrust from the central bank has put them closer to their goal of improving the accessibility of financial services to the unbanked and underserved sectors, okay? The World Bank stated, studies show that when people participate in the financial system, they are better able to start and expand businesses, invest in education, manage risk, and absorb financial shocks. Okay. Ano naman yung trend number 3 dito sa Pilipinas? Okay? Kasi repaso natin, ang pinag-usapan natin ngayon ay ang top technology trends pushing business survival in the Philippines. At ito ay of course, trend number 1 is data-centric solutions. Okay. At yung trend number 2 is the Internet of Things na pinagsabi ko kanina, right? Kasi we are living in a web of interconnected devices, all right? And ang number 3 na trend is cloud technology, all right? Driven by the need for mostly everything to go online. Sandali lang, can I just answer this, please? I'm so sorry. Delivery to ito ang technology. Hello? Yes. Yes, you're already there sa labas? Okay. All right. Okay. Dun sa tapat ng liwanag, yung entrance ng gate, nasarado. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Okay, salamat. O yan. That's technology for you. Okay. Tumatawag muna sila bago mag-deliver. Anyway. Yun yung isang in-order kong pagkain para sa anak ko. Dahil yung ulam namin ay iba. Ni Jenny, iba ang ulam niya kasi hindi siya kumakain ng certain things. But anyway, that's technology for you, right? Ordering online food, okay? So going back to what we were talking about, yung cloud technology, driven by the need for mostly everything to go online. Yan na nga yung mga food ordering. Businesses adopting cloud technologies saw a significant increase this year. Okay, that is to say, yung Forbes shares that cloud's dominance continues to grow. Okay, from 30% in 2018, companies will allocate 32% of their total IT budgets for cloud computing. Okay, next year and this year. For an archipelago kagaya ng Pilipinas, okay, the opportunity of embracing cloud technology trends presents a multifold of advantages, okay? For example, increased access to services by a larger population and a secure, cost-efficient business model, okay? Check natin kung how industry strategize in utilizing this technology, ha? Paano ginagamit ang cloud computing sa technology? Okay, sa retail, paano ito nag-a-apply? Retailers should be responsive to their market, okay? Tsaka resilient sa crisis, okay? Recently, nakakita tayo ng growth ng mga digital stores in the country. Talaga naman, nagsulputan. Yung mga pop-up stores nga, di ba? Yan ang nangyari. Hindi na kailangan ng physical stores. In other words, they embraced e-commerce, di ba? And anticipated that the next normal is business on the cloud, right? Besides, ang mga retailers, okay, can take advantage of the cloud's on-demand scalability to size up during peak hours and back down afterward. Customers also prefer flexible options like e-payment solutions, which require yung cloud-based services, okay? Ano ba? Klaro ba yan? If you have any questions, please feel free. I-type nyo lang, Jake, ha? Or the people watching, kung anong questions nyo, okay? In a recent survey conducted among Filipinos ages 35 to 44 by Rakuten, gaming to, R-A-K-U-T-E-N, 44% increased their online purchases during the pandemic. Ito na naman, tumatawag na naman. Pasensya na po, I'm so sorry. Hello? Yes? Nakita mo yung liwanag, right? Right in front of that is may gate na nakasara. Doon ka. Diyan ka lang mag-antay, alright? Sa nakasarang gate. Thank you, ma'am. Hold on a second, please. I'm so sorry. Of course, technology pa rin itong gamit. I have to call my son to please papasukin lang yung order. I'm so sorry. Kiani. This is live. We're on live. And I'm calling my son using my walkie-talkie. Dito kami mag-usap. Kiani. Hold on, please. Kiani? Kiani. Anyway, so in a recent survey conducted among Filipinos ages 35 to 44 by Rakuten, 44% increased their online purchases during the pandemic. To clarify, this data shows retailers how important it is for stores and restaurants to provide shopping convenience to customers. Likewise, by leveraging more cloud services and seamlessly take their business online. Pasensya na po kayo kasi mag-isa ako dito sa baba. Yung mga kasama ko sa bahay nasa taas. May second floor kasi kami. Hindi ako makatayo dito para kunin yung delivery. Hold on, please. Kiani. Nakasarado ang radyo ng anak ko. Could you hold on? I'm so sorry. Kiani! Sorry. I have to... I'm so sorry because... Anyway, okay. Mamaya na lang. Yaan mo na mag-antay yung mama doon. Tatawag ulit siya. Ang healthcare, okay, forced into digitalization. The healthcare sector is at the forefront of adopting the latest data-centric Internet of Technology, ang sinasabi, okay? And cloud innovation to decrease yung unnecessary face-to-face visits, okay? Sa healthcare industry, itong gamit ng cloud, okay? Cloud innovations to decrease unnecessary face-to-face visits and mitigate the risks of infection spread. Using tools like Patient Portal for booking appointments and telemedicine allowed care providers to care for patients remotely, okay? For those who are more tech advanced, these facilities readily tweak their cloud-based systems to provide contact tracing and disease surveillance as well. For hospitals still at the transition stage and trying to figure out how they can fully embrace and implement digital transformation in their healthcare system, okay? Para sa kanila kasi, it is finding the right balance between analog at digital. However, okay, ang mga panahon ay nagbabago at ang pandemic ay nag-accelerate nito. Before, digital healthcare was a service that is nice to have, but now hospitals and healthcare institutions should think forward to the future of delivering care where digital is becoming a need for investment. Okay? All right. Anyway, sandali lang po. I'm sorry, but I have to stand up just for a few minutes, okay? Because I just have to call my son. All right? Pasensya na po. Sandali lang because hindi sumasagot. I will be back in a few minutes. Pasensya na po. Sorry. Kiani! 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 Please, I have a show. Yung delivery nasa pinto. Kiani! Oh, sorry, help. Can you please yung delivery nasa pinto? Ay, nag-show ako eh. Excuse me. Wait. I have to pay. Nasa labas. Thank you. Thank you very much. So sorry. Sorry. Kasi nga, ako lang nasa baba. But anyway, sorry. Thank you. Anyway, so talking about that, how the cloud computing affects the healthcare industry, okay? Yung now kasi hospitals and healthcare institutions should think forward to the future of delivering care where digital is becoming a need for investment, no? Nag-invest na talaga ngayon sigurado, for sure, sa larangan ng retail tsaka ng healthcare, yung technology, okay? Citizen Watch Philippines echoes in their statement last year that digitalization will make healthcare services more efficient and accessible to the Filipino people, okay? Further, moving to cloud-based technology trends will significantly improve the public healthcare system with big data, analytics, and on-demand healthcare. Diba? So saan pa affected ng trend na cloud computing? Sa banking and finance. Ano ang effect nito sa banking and finance? Ang RCBC Chief Economist Michael Ricafort shared that using cloud-based systems entailed further reduction of operating costs, which reduced use of hardware at saka yung physical space requirements. Talaga naman, dahil dun sa pandemic, diba, yung mga iba nag-work from home, yung mga workspaces lumiit, okay, yung requirements kasi some were working from home, thereby helping boost cost efficiency tsaka overall profitability, okay? In a joint study by IDC Financial Insights and Huawei Technologies, Philippine banks were among the financial institutions in the Asia-Pacific region using the cloud as a means of storage management. So, kasama tayo dun sa mga countries na gumamit ng cloud nitong pandemic, no? Right? Sa Asia-Pacific. Tapos, ano pa? To pivot and adapt, okay? Lahat nagbago at nag-change into digital. As mentioned earlier, okay, itong pandemic na to pushed several industries to take a dramatic technological shift, okay? As functional members of society, we see changes sa ating kabuhayan, sa ating trabaho, at saka sa pag-interact natin, right? Sa US alone, okay, last year, 330 companies filed for bankruptcy, okay, and blamed the pandemic for it. Similarly, okay, itong scenario na to hindi malayo sa Pilipinas. In late September, the Department of Trade and Industry, or DTI, last year, okay, reported that 6% of about 90,000 businesses, mostly yung mga micro, small, tsaka medium enterprises or MSMEs, they remain closed dahil sa pandemic, okay? Ang malungkot na reality dito is that some businesses may have closed for good. Kasi nung nilift yung mga ECQ last year, may mga ibang restaurants or mga negosyo na tumayong muli. Pero may mga iba talaga hindi na nagbukas. Okay? Pero at the same time, meron naman mga bago rin na nag-usbong na negosyo, right? Na nag-adapt dito sa Internet of Things o ginawa yung negosyo nila, nilagay nila online. Okay? Pero yun na nga, marami rin na hindi na nagbukas. But the thing about it is yun na nga, to adapt to this new normal by using technology to help us, rise above itong situation na ito. Okay? Those who have the agility to pivot and adapt need to understand that a digital transformation is no longer an option, but an expectation of your customers as the way to conduct business. Talaga naman yun ang talaga. Ang negosyo mo na dati pinupuntahan, dapat lagay mo na rin online na pwede mag-order. Pwede ka mag-sell ng anything, pati even your services. For example, tutor ka, okay? Tutor ka ng academic subjects. Noon, pinupuntahan mo yung estudyante mo. Ngayon, pwede ka na mag-tutor online, right? So it's just an adaptation and pivoting or changing, turning it around to your advantage ang paggamit ng technology, okay? Since things are not going back to the way they were, not in the we don't see things going back to the way they were. Hindi natin malalaman kung kailan, okay? The new normal, as we call it, we all have to adapt, okay? We need to ask ourselves this question. Am I taking strategic steps today in ensuring the future of my business or yung aking trabaho? Answering yes will be a good start, okay? By now, yung mga negosyo need to understand that success in uncertain futures only belong to those who adapt to change, those who pivot. Pivot is a word nowadays, that's an operative word. Turn your negosyo, turn your trabaho around, adapt it to the current situation, and let technology help you do that. Diba? Okay? By now, you have a better understanding of how these innovations can help change your business around or improve it, okay? So, yung digital transformation is important, okay? So now, all right, let's talk about the latest naman trends na developments sa mundo ng teknolohiya, all right? Ang news natin today because yesterday we had things, okay? Microsoft, ito international to. Microsoft announces retirement of Internet Explorer. O, di ba yan? Nung umpisa yan ang ating gamit na browser, Internet Explorer, okay? This is a news from San Francisco, United States. Microsoft said it is retiring Internet Explorer, the browser it created more than 25 years ago. I was using Internet Explorer for the longest time, really. Till intrusions kept telling me, download Google Chrome, download blah, 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 Firefox. Pero talaga noon, IE pa rin gamit ko talaga. Internet Explorer was created more than 25 years ago and which is now largely abandoned as people instead use competitors like Google Chrome or Apple Safari. Okay? We are announcing that the future of Internet Explorer on Windows 10 is in Microsoft Edge. Totoo, ako gamit ko ngayon Microsoft Edge. So parang lang dyan, nag-migrate yung IE to Microsoft Edge. The company said in a blog posted Wednesday, referring to its other browser, okay? Not only is Microsoft Edge a faster, more secure, and more modern browsing experience than Internet Explorer, okay? But it is also able to address a key concern. Ano yun? Compatibility for older legacy websites and applications. So, kahit na yung mga lumang application, pwede mo pa rin i-browse sa Microsoft Edge, okay? People ribbed Internet Explorer in tweets on Thursday, okay? Goodbye, RIP Internet Explorer. I never used it, but after it dies, we can't make fun of it anymore. Okay? But this browser may seem old and outdated nowadays, but back in the day, everyone needed it. Totoo naman, okay? So that's the news regarding Internet Explorer, all right? Tungkol naman sa technology. Okay? Ito, ang news, ang Makati, all right? Under the auspices of ang butihing mayor na si Abby Binay, okay? Since assuming public office, Makati City Mayor Abby Binay has made it a priority to make Makati a smart city, okay? By integrating modern technology in various public services that are covered by the local government. In response to COVID-19, yung city has invested in key technology from CISCO, to solve crucial challenge on connectivity and collaboration for both the local government and its constituents, okay? Makati City acquired several solutions, okay, a budget, to strengthen its ability to support the evolving needs of Makatizens, especially during these challenging pandemic times, okay? At the onset of the pandemic, Makati City invested in the WebEx suite, WEBEX suite. Ano itong WebEx suite? It is a software application that combines tools across meetings, calling, messaging, events, and polling, okay? According to Binay, during the pandemic, the idea of having a face-to-face meeting was just impossible, okay? So, ang WebEx allowed us to conduct our meetings and webinars with all the security needed despite the lockdown, okay? The city also acquired o binili rin ito ang Cisco Conectado, a communication solution designed, siguro pina-customize niya to, no? Kasi Tagalog yung Cisco Conectado. Yung Cisco nagpo-customize ng mga applications, okay? This is a communication solution designed for disaster preparedness and mitigation. Ibig sabihin, kompleto na ng routers, switches, IP phones, and a generator that can turn any location into a disaster command center. Wow! The solution will be used in collaboration with Makati City's existing fiber optics. Okay? So, nakakonekta to sa telepono. I shared that Cisco's Conectado will serve as a backup in case of a disaster. Ang galing, all right? Makati City has also been making all the necessary preparations in anticipation of discontinuing living in the new normal. It will greatly impact the way Makatizens go about their daily lives. Okay, very good. So that's good to know. Okay. So, hold on. So, yan ang news, okay, dito sa ating tungkol sa Makati at saka ang gamit nila ng technology, okay? Ano pa, okay? Meron pa ako isang news tungkol sa AI, okay? With regards to AI or artificial intelligence, okay, sa Pilipinas, artificial intelligence and automation seen to advance vaccine rollout sa Pilipinas. Paano makakatulong ang AI? Okay? Bringing vaccines to all parts of the world is crucial. Okay? Para dito sa pandemya. But even if enough vaccines are procured or bought, other problems arise such as storage at saka distribution. Ayan na nagiging problema. Diba? Napapasa yung mga gamot pag hindi mo kaagad in-administer or binigay. But even if enough vaccines are procured, ang problema nga niyan, storage, saka distribution. We also have personal protective equipment or yung mga PPE was in short supply last year at the onset of the pandemic. And we are now seeing vaccines facing similar logistical bottlenecks such as production backlogs, saka shipping constraints. Ayan ang problema. However, delays in vaccine distribution are much harder to deal with because of one major complication, the cold chain. Ano ibig sabihin ng cold chain, okay? Most vaccines are temperature sensitive, all right? And they require transportation in extremely chilled environments, from warehouses, sa mga sasakyan, sa mga boxes, at saka storage areas to ensure that they don't perish or wag mapanis or whatever it is bago sila mabigay, okay? Baka mamaya pagdating doon, ano na siya, diba, expired or ang tawag doon, na panis or parang ganun. Adding to this complication are storage requirements, okay? Vaccines are very high maintenance and need storage in very controlled infrastructures with tight security, okay? This prevents issues such as mismanaging refrigerators, tsaka yung power interruptions which could cause wastage or spoilage, okay? Kasi nga, most vaccines are temperature sensitive, okay? So they require transportation in extremely chilled environments or transportation. As of March 21 this year, okay, the Center for Disease Control and Prevention reported that there had been 182,874 vaccine doses in America that was wasted. Ay, nako. Here in the Philippines, health authorities in Bicol had concerns that around 7,500 AstraZeneca vaccine doses might have been wasted after encountering temperature issues. Ayan talaga, see? So, yun na nangyayari. Kaya nagkakaroon ng shortage dahil napapanis or nasisira yung ibang vaccine. Fortunately, it turned out to be a case of a faulty thermometer. Oh my God. And the shots remain usable. Nonetheless, it highlighted the importance of every aspect of the supply chain and how it plays a critical role in the rollout of vaccines, okay? Several factors kasi can cause vaccine wastage, and among those are commonly reported as exposure to heat, okay? Breakage or nababasag, missing inventory, tsaka pagnanakaw, okay? So para ma-ensure na walang masayang, the complexity in vaccine distribution calls for a safe, secure, and efficient rollout plan focused on avoiding mishandling tsaka vaccine wastage. Modern-day technologies can pose solutions that may help protect vaccines and make sure that they remain safe until they are administered. Vaccine distribution and handling can be a complex process. Pero yun na, sa tulong ng technology, okay, itong Cisco Philippines ay nakatulong. Through automation and artificial intelligence, Cisco's cloud-based technology can ensure vaccines remain safe and secure when stored during transportation. Sabi ito ni Carrie Ilagan, Director ng Cisco Philippines, okay, Managing Director. Ang key component kasi to successful administration ng vaccine doses involves seamless delivery and storage of the vaccine to distribution centers. The Cisco Meraki Vaccine Distribution Solution is a suite of smart technology that will aid this, okay? Ang tawag dito, Cisco Meraki Vaccine Distribution Solution. And when you harness yourself to technology, ito yung smart technology na ina-offer ng Cisco. It hopes to address the top concerns of storage and delivery. With cloud-managed IT solutions, the Meraki solution offers total control of any incident, from alert to fix. This is through the use of temperature and humidity sensors, door open-close sensors, smart cameras, mga wireless access points, and networking, which can all lead to a seamless delivery and distribution of the vaccine to the distribution centers. Tsaka for better storage management, okay? Accessible anywhere, smart sensors, cameras, and their analytics and insights are centrally managed in the cloud via the Meraki dashboard. And it can help ensure and secure storage, distribution, and administration of the vaccines, okay? To keep the vaccines physically fit or safe sila, ang Meraki solution also employs a 24/7 monitoring using smart cameras and real-time alert system. This notifies the personnel pagka nadidetect nito motions or any sign of movement sa sensitive areas such as storage room doors or freezer doors kung naiwang bukas or anything, nakamonitor sa camera. To maintain quality control in storage, intrusion sensors can also ensure that freezer doors remain closed, vaccines are kept safe in environments that satisfy the required temperature level. Okay? Apart from the physical integrity, itong Meraki solution also seeks to set up mobile and remote vaccine distribution sites through mobile-enabled ready-to-go solutions. Di ba meron ngayon mga nagbabakuna na sa kotse, na? Di ba yung tawag doon drive-thru. Drive-thru PCR test, meron na drive-thru bakuna. So technology is something that we are forced to use, okay? And on this note, I'd like to end today's broadcast, okay? Marami pa tayong dapat pag-usapan, tutuloy natin yan bukas. Maraming salamat po sa tumutok sa atin today at sinamahan tayo. Thank you, Wilma. Thank you, Jake. Thank you, the others that I do not see the names. Maraming salamat po. And of course, we are still fighting it out. We are surviving this pandemic. We are a resilient lot. And huwag tayong mawawalan ng pag-asa. Like I always say, please keep faith, hope, and love burning in your hearts. Faith, pananampalataya, hope, pag-asa, at pagmamahal. Thank you very much for joining me today. Tomorrow, we continue. Pasensya na po kayo kanina at kayo tumayo dahil walang sumasagot sa doorbell. I needed to to receive yung delivery. Thank you so much and have a good day. Please, faith, hope, and love!
Inyong natunghayan at napakinggan ang mga makabagong pamamaraan sa mundo ng online sa pamamagitan pa rin ng Broad Streamcast Communicators. Hanggang sa muli, maraming salamat po.